Okay, subs. I really don't have to get grimy. People like this are so easy to figure out. You already know what they're up to before they even do it. Um, Now, first of all, this thing subscribed to me. Um, why? I don't know. I'm assuming so they can keep up with whatever I have to say about them. All they have to do is check my channel if they want to know that. They've been blocked from my platform. I want absolutely nothing to do with them. Um, but because I mentioned them in a video, now they're going to attempt to do to me what they've done to other people. But at the end of the day, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Now, this is what I want this thing to do. Okay. I'm sure both of your eyes are open right now because you got to see how to put the blunt up to your mouth. But take one of those hands and cover up one of your eyes, okay? Now look around. Look around. Stand up and turn in a circle very slowly. Okay? Now you got to remember, you're pushing 50 years old. Look around. You're in an isolation chamber. Now, I know it makes you feel good right now to record videos and say whatever slurs about me and make up whatever names about me and all of that. I'm going to give you all of that with icing on top, and I'm even going to light some candles on top of it. But what I want you to do now is take that hand off of your eye. Now, you're looking around at your life, your reality. You don't even own your possessions. You are not even in possession of your possessions. Your 50 years of life, you're looking around at it. Now, let me make sure I understand this. Okay, you're a mother, you're a grandmother, you're living in an isolation chamber. Hardee's won't even have you. You have PTSD. I don't know if you got a man or not, but I'm sure that's at the top of your priority list. Whether you have a bed or not, who knows? Nobody knows. I know one thing, you paid rent and you don't have a roof over your head at where you paid rent. That's called karma. I can guarantee you got a blunt. I can guarantee you this is probably your third or fourth time mentioning me in a matter of probably 5 to 6 hours. I'm sure you got all the different people weighing in, you know. You feel pertinent right now because you say I'm chasing clout off of. Now, let me make sure I understand this right. I'm chasing clout off of someone who's living in an isolation chamber. Your life has been reduced to one room. And someone like me is chasing clout off of someone who lives in an isolation chamber. Okay, if that's what it takes to help you get through another day, I'm going to even give you that. But let me make sure I understand this right now. Okay, you have grandkids. You can't even go and prepare a meal and invite your family, your offspring, over to your place, your apartment, your tent in the woods. They have to come to your isolation chamber, and you can't even prepare a full course meal for them to sit down at a dinner table and eat dinner. Your life has been reduced to one room. The reality is you wake up, and the only way you can get through the day is to look out and figure out who you can scam, how you can scam them, at everybody else's life, but at the end of the day, you can't get on here and break your life down. Break down your life, your broke down life, like a broke down Humpty out there that's sitting up on concrete slabs. Ain't good for nothing. It's just there, taking up space in a garage. That's what you're doing in that isolation chamber. You broken down. You won't start. You know, everything is old and rusty and creaky, squeaky, rusty, you know. But yet, the only way you can get through the day is to fixate yourself on anybody that calls out your truth, and everybody on here trying to be like you. Everybody on here, well, I ain't gonna say everybody. I'm on here trying to be like the scum that's on the bottom of my shoe, that represents you and your life living in that isolation chamber that you can't get out of. I mean, be real. You a beggar. You broke down. It ain't nothing to you or your life. Hardee's won't even have your ass. And your very existence depends on people supporting you financially. Because you get on here and smoke a blunt and laugh and giggle and kiki and brainwash all these absent, feeble-minded women into thinking that you're irrelevant somehow. And oh, everybody's just so jealous of me and my broke down life, living in this isolation chamber that I'll never get out of. And little do they know, my nights are spent wondering, am I going to have a roof over my head next week? Am I going to have a roof over my head next month? Where am I even going to be next year? But at least I got YouTube to make me feel, you know, important for a couple of hours. But see, when that high come down and them blunts run out, do a live then. Do a live when you're getting kicked out of that isolation chamber because you haven't gotten enough donations to keep a roof over your head. Do a live when you packing up whatever belongings you have that are in that room that represents your life, which is this isolation chamber that you're confined to. 50 years going on, 50 years, and your life has been reduced to one room. Do a live then when you packing up your belongings, getting kicked out, wondering where you gonna stay. Do a live while you checking into that homeless shelter that you ain't but that far from. But no, I'm going to let you get your kicks and your laughs and your kikis over there making up names about me and the numerous other people you've done before me. The only difference between me and them is I had sense enough not to give your ass a dime. I had sense enough to step over your ass on my daily routine of doing whatever that I do, which is not dealing with anybody with any, you know, you're so insignificant. Your existence is insignificant. You can see everything else, but you know what? You're terrified to look at what you and your life has been reduced to. That's why you need them blunts every day. You need them every minute of every day to escape your reality. This isolation chamber. You stuck in an isolation chamber. The only good you was ever at The only good that you've ever done is spit out a baby or two, and that's it. And even they won't even come to your rescue. When the last time you bought your grandchild a toy? You can't do it because you need them blunts to get through every day to face the reality that your life is being lived in an isolation chamber now. Where are you going to live next week? Where are you going to live next month? How much farther you got to go before you can get that $100 so Google can send you that money? How many more videos you got to do? How many more people you got to drag? How many more names you got to make up about folks? How many more names you got to call people so you can get $100? How much more weed you got to sell? How many more lies you got to tell? How many more people you got to manipulate and scam? Better yet, how many more Kanika Jenkins videos you got to do? Or how many more videos you got to do on her mother, Teresa Martin? Face your own reality. You're a mega failure. I don't have to get on here and curse you out. I mean, I know your move without even thinking about it. You're in constant survival mode. You're in constant how am I gonna make it mode? Constant, I need a PayPal mode. You're in survival mode constantly, living in an isolation chamber and got the audacity to have anything to say about anybody else. That's the reality of the situation. So come on here and make 300, 400, 500, however many more videos that you need to make. But it's not going to change your circumstances. You know, that $100 that when you finally get it, how many days is it going to cover a roof over your head? Huh? 2 days, 3 days, 4 days? Wow. And people actually sit around and make you feel like you're relevant. Because otherwise, I don't think you'll be able to even make it through another day without that. It's just like those blunts that you have to have. You can't get through the day without it. You know. So have your laugh and your kiki over whatever it is that you're saying about me. I don't have to hear it. I know it's some of the most vulgarest things because, that's what your life has been reduced to. If I had to guess, that's probably why you're in the circumstances that you're in right now. And it's only going to get worse. Right now, you're in survival mode. Pretty soon, you're going to be in desperation mode. And that's when you're going to tell them, oh, go over there and flag down his channel. And you know what's going to happen if they do? I'm going to create another channel specifically dedicated to people like you. Because you're not one of a kind. Only thing is, you are the type that's so stupid to get on here and advertise to the world your life. And it's the most pathetic thing. The sad part is, you think people don't see it. But it's my job to point it out to them. It's my job to pull the wool off of it and show what a vulnerable, pathetic state that you're in. And that blunt is the only thing that gets you through 1 minute to the next. Living in that isolation chamber. Your whole life is in that one room. I can't imagine. Make sure you listen to this video. I can't imagine the desperate state that you're in. Constantly. Thank God for Kanika Jenkins, though, right? You'll be back to doing Kanika Jenkins videos with your pal, Zillionaire Entertainment. All I can say is, keep scamming them. Take every dime you can from them fools. Because that's exactly what they are. They fools. They sit around and laugh at what you have to say about other people. But the reality is, you do that because you can't face your own existence. Do you realize you're living in an isolation chamber? You're isolated. It's almost like you're quarantined from the rest of the world. And the government hasn't imposed that upon you. You imposed it upon yourself. You've unintentionally separated yourself from society. You're in isolation. You're living in an isolation chamber. Your life is an isolation chamber. And I see it. The slurs aren't going to change that. The making up the names on people ain't going to change that. The donations ain't going to change that. Do you think those people are going to take care of you for the rest of your days? When really your only goal is to get more blunts. I mean, pretty soon you'll be sleeping in your car. That pretty soon won't have no insurance on it. That pretty soon you won't be able to do maintenance on it, which pretty soon is going to be a Humpty up on cinder blocks, broken down, just like your life has culminated to. You're a broken down charity case. Living in an isolation chamber. Smoking blunts to get through one day to the next. And your reality is so frightening to you that you have to wake up every day finding something else to escape it. It's called karma, bitch. That's what it's called. I don't even have to wonder what people like y'all are doing. You're in survival mode. Busy trying to debunk what anybody has to say about you or think about you. You spend hours and sometimes weeks and months trying to debunk the truth about you. That's why, who even cares what somebody like you has to say or think about them? Nobody in their right mind. Holler at me when you have provided your own roof over your own head and can provide a living for yourself. Holler at me when you can invite your grandkids over to your home for a full course Sunday meal that you prepared in your kitchen with your pots and pans, and they can eat out of your plates and use your utensils and drink out of your glasses with the roof that you provided for yourself over your head. Holler at me when you can do that. Otherwise, go ahead and make 200 and 300 more videos. All right? This is my last time addressing you.